If you can hit right here, that's fine. Again, we're all working with different mobility. Hey man, Gary Walker here, and welcome back for another video. All right, in this video, I'm gonna give you a gym workout specifically for men over 40. All right, it's gonna be a great workout, but what makes this specific towards men over 40? I'm gonna show you some ways to grow your legs without having to use really heavy weight. I'm actually gonna show you how to do some of my TRICON sets. So 2 exercises we're gonna use, TRICON sets. Then I'm gonna give you another one of my favorite exercises for legs that you can do 2 different ways, depending on your core strength and low back, whether you have issues or not. All right, with that said, let's get started with the very first exercise. First one we're gonna be doing is a leg extension. All right, leg extension, I actually like starting with these because I like to get a lot of blood flowing throughout my quads. Also, get some synovial fluid in my knee joints, all right? Again, a lot of older men, me as well, I'm almost 50 years old, so I've got really stiff knees, all right? A lot of wear and tear there, so I always like to get all the blood pumping and loosen up my knees prior to do any type of pressing or squatting movements. All right, so here's what I'm gonna show you with the leg extension though. Instead of doing a ton of reps here, we're actually gonna do some TRICON sets. So basically a TRICON set. If you have not done one before, what we're gonna do is you do 3 explosive reps followed by 3 isometric holds, and then you're gonna finish up with 3 super slow, which is where you're really getting that mind-muscle connection and you're putting all of your thoughts into your quads here, all right? When it comes to the isometric holds, I've actually got holds for beginners, intermediate, or advanced. So if you're a beginner, you can do 3-second holds. Again, I'm gonna show you and demonstrate these for you here in a minute, but 3-second holds, you can do 5-second holds if you're a little bit more intermediate, or 10-second holds if you're advanced. All right, so let's show you 1, again, 3 of these, 2, 3. All right, now we're gonna do our first hold. I'll show you a 5-second hold. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Slow and under control, straight back. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. I've also got up to 7 for intermediates if you can't quite do 10. So I'll show you here, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007. All right, so that's your 3 holds. Now you're gonna do super slow. 4 seconds up, 1001, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's 1 set. That's a TRICON set of leg extensions. All right, again, the benefit to doing these is you're gonna get a ton of time under tension. So really good quad work without having to destroy your knees, without having to go too heavy. You'll notice I didn't use a whole lot of weight. TRICON sets don't require a whole lot of weight to get the same type of results as you would get from doing really joint damaging weight. All right, so keep that in mind. But this is gonna be the first exercise that you do. And again, TRICONs, you'll notice 9 reps. That's how each set is gonna be, always 9 reps. The TRICONs are 9, again, the 3 explosive, 3 holds, and then 3 super slow. That's gonna be the same with every TRICON we do. The reason I'm reminding you of that is because guess what? We're going to leg presses now. We're gonna do leg presses, and then with this setup, I don't want you to go extremely heavy. Like you see people loading up the leg press machine. 2 things can happen. One is you can get a lot of spinal flexion at the bottom of the position, which creates a lot of pressure on that lumbar spine, which is really bad for your lower back. As an older guy, more than likely, you don't have the strongest low back in the world anymore. All right, so we wanna do things that are gonna keep it safe and still get you great leg growth benefits. So we're gonna do TRICONs. All right, so let me show you what this looks like. Depending on what type of leg press you have, I like this leg press here. I do a lot of unilateral work. If your gym has one of those, I typically always recommend unilateral work. This press will work both simultaneously like most leg presses, or I can move this bar out of the way and just work one independently. The thing I like about working each one independently is it can eliminate a lot of imbalances. When you have imbalances, you tend to get a lot of different issues. For instance, if one side becomes overdeveloped and stronger than the weaker side, a lot of times that can lead to low back issues, hip issues, a lot of those types of imbalances. So basically, even if you've got a double plate situation, for instance, a full plate, you can still do these unilaterally. All right, so let me show you what a TRICON set looks like. All right, so basically the key point when you're doing a leg press, you never want to allow your hips to round. You don't want to allow your lower back or your glutes to come off the pad. You'll see people do this. They'll get here and then all of a sudden look at my low back. You'll see it rounding, rounding, rounding. All that's coming off. That is all pressure on your lumbar spine. You don't have to go that far down. All right? So basically you want to come here, go as far as you comfortably can because everybody's going to have different hip mobility, different ankle mobility. So you may be able to come right here and that's as far as you can go without rounding. That's perfectly fine. If you can go a little deeper, then take it deeper. But never deep enough to where you're going to get that lower back pressure. All right, with that out of the way, here's a TRICON set. So again, nice and slow, explode back. 1, slow, 2, 3. Now we'll do our 5-second hold right here in the middle. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Press back. Another hold. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Press back. Your third hold. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Press back. Now 4 down, 4 up. 1001, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, slow, and under control. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And that would be one set of your TRICONs. All right. So the other thing you really need to focus on is pushing with the midfoot. You don't want to bring your heel up here and push with your toes. All right, so if you can just think of pushing with your midfoot, that's going to give you the best stable pushing position to really work your quadriceps, your glutes, even your adductors. You're going to get a lot of good leg work by doing that, all right? But this is going to be my main pressing movement for this workout. And that's all of the TRICONs we'll be doing for this workout. Next, we're going to hit our hamstrings, all right? For this exercise, I like doing a prone leg curl. A lot of gyms have seated leg curls and not the prone. If that's what your gym has, then go ahead and do that. All right, with that said, let's get to the prone leg curl. All right, so with the prone leg curl, basically I like the pad to be right on my Achilles here. I don't really like putting it on my heel. You don't want it too high up on your calf. A little around the Achilles is going to give you a really good deep stretch. All right, I'm going to show you what a couple of these look like. Also like to get a full stretch here. And then I like to explode the movement on the way up. Meaning, quick, but then control it on the way down. All right, let me show you a couple of reps here. Explode it, control it on the way down. Explode, control it on the way down. One more, explode, control it on the way down. All right, so the reason I like the prone is you get that full stretch. Again, you'll see people with the seated versions here, basically where the pad is below you and you bring it together towards your glutes. If that's the type of machine you have, then one thing you can do to get a really good elongated stretch of your hamstrings, once you're locked into this position, lean forward slightly, almost as if you're trying to touch your toes. I want you to lean forward and stay in that position, all right? Keep your core tight, though, to protect that lower back. But lean forward, and then you're going to pull and squeeze. Pro tip, to really maximize the hamstrings, hold each squeeze for 2 seconds. So once you're in that bottom position, 1001, 1002, as hard as possible, all right? Hard as possible, bring it slowly back to the top, squeeze it at the bottom for 2 seconds again. So do that for every single rep. That's really gonna activate all those deep muscle fibers of your hamstrings. All right, the last exercise we're gonna do in this workout can be done one of 2 ways. This is one of my favorite ones. If you have a weaker core, These are gonna be landmine squats. You probably seen me demonstrate these in my videos before. I typically do more of an advanced version in my other videos, but I wanted to show you something that's a little bit more basic, beginner, intermediate level. You can do landmine squats off of the ground, just like this. You're gonna take a wide stance, keep it, again, everyone's gonna have different mobility in their hips. So one thing I want you to focus on is getting those glutes back as you lower to the ground. Meaning, you don't wanna just bend over and grab the weight. All right, that's gonna be hard on your lower back. Again, get those glutes back, 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 back. As you're sinking, grab the weights here, and you're just gonna squat up. Again, on the way back down, glutes back and descend, squat back up. All right, so this is a really good one as well. I like doing this exercise. However, if you wanna stimulate your core, you wanna get some upper body work with your lower body work, the one I typically recommend is more of an advanced version. It's when you're up here. All right, you probably see me doing this one a lot. Same situation with your hips. Always get your hips back, core tight, drop into this position, squat back up. Sit, squat. Again, I've got really good hip mobility, ankle mobility, so I can take these pretty deep. But if you can't, if you can hit right here, that's fine. Again, we're all working with different mobility. So it just depends on the depth of all of these exercises, depends on your hip mobility, a lot of times ankle mobility, things like that. But constantly work on your mobility as well so you can get to where you can go deeper with all these exercises more comfortably. But I hope you like this workout. If you have any questions at all, leave it in the comment section. Other than that, man, that's all that I got. Get busy, get after it, and God bless.